I'll be with you in a minute. Just one more row. And I'm kidding really, because I'm knitting in the round, so there is no end to this row. Just like infinity and beyond and Beyonce, here we are. Hello. Namaste. Welcome to this usual Thursday, fortnightly, babbling, burbling, wonderful community service. And I'll explain that in a second. How are you? What's happening in your world? Why are you here? And what do you hope to get out of today? So the theme that I'm setting for today is Calm Your Farm. And for some bizarre reason, whenever I hear that expression, and I love that expression, but recently I always associate it with a book called There's a Zoo in My Poo, which is a kid's book about the gut microbiome. And I can't remember the author's name, but please do look it up. And if it floats your goat, then yeah, do whatever with that bit of information. Before we do the usual, once again, thank you. Let me start by expressing my gratitude and thanking and sending my respect to the original custodians of this land. We are grateful. Thank you. Here on the Waka Waka Nation, I am grateful. And let's take a moment to thank and acknowledge all of our ancestors. All of us who through so many eons have existed, enjoyed, suffered, done all the wonderful things that happen to be life. All those energies that have brought us here today. Thank you. And now, as you come closer, I invite you to my healing space here. And wherever you end up today in your mind, that's up to you. As you make yourself safe and comfortable, a couple of bits of housekeeping. If you've never done a hypnotic trance before, if you've never done one of these, if you're not sure about energy sharing, if you are not in the best mental or physical health at the moment and are just a bit uncertain, then do not listen to this recording or watch this recording without first consulting your licensed medical mental health practitioner. That's a bit of a mouthful. Look after yourself. Be loving and kind to yourself. If you are underage, then make sure you have your parents' or guardians' permission before watching this recording or listening to it. So now, as you make yourself comfortable, we're going to be here for a good 45 minutes or so. So if you don't have that time right now, or if you're in a place somewhere where you're not safe or don't feel 100% safe, then maybe leave this for another time when you do have time. And of course, now that you've left it and you're back here now with all of us, then hello to all of us here. As I look around this room, letting my gaze drift into infinity, looking at future John, hello future John behind the tiles over there. Have a bit of a laugh. How have you been? What's happening? I've asked this before, and I'm asking again. If there was one thing that you could get out of today, what would that be? If the theme is Calm Your Farm, then if you're here, possibly you want to make peace with something. You want to more easily reach a state of being in resonance with your body rather than dissonance. So, our brain does wonderful things, and as I just talk, and I'm just going to be talking probably for the next 40 minutes, and at any time as we progress, you may put your tray tables up, make yourself comfortable and relaxed, or you may be doing something the whole time If you're fidgety or knitting, or some of you may be cleaning car parts, doing whatever it is that you just do. Make sure that you're not driving or operating heavy machinery while doing this, because ideally, eventually, at some stage during the next 40 or so minutes, your conscious mind may simply check out. And for some of you, that means you simply fall asleep. And for some of us, I should say, because it's all about us and we, and we're all connected. So some of us may fall asleep during this. Some of us will go into that beautiful, deep, relaxing state. That's just like turning off your computer in safe mode and restarting it in safe mode, and letting your physical vessel and this bizarre construct that's our conscious, subconscious, unconscious mind, letting it all be in its healthiest, happiest, most loving state. Again, whatever that means for each of us individually. So, not just talking about zoos and our poo, which always, is a part of our wonderful gut microbiome, and many of you who've listened to this before know that I'd love to harp on about these, amazing little organisms that we have that are symbiotic, that help us in our day-to-day lives, that break down our food, break down the sunlight, and give us energy. And not just energy, they give us precursors and starting materials for making neurotransmitters and neuropeptides and all these different things that we need for a healthy, balanced life. So thank you to all of the beautiful little bacteria and microbes. And in talking about calming our farm, one of the things that I encourage you, so a lot of us are very reactive at the moment. We are constantly having to react to what's going on in the world, and so many different news and issues, and we've all been through a lot. We all suffer. Suffering, of course, being a judgmental term. So the more we get to a neutral headspace, the more we say, can we remove the descriptors, whether they're adjectives, adverbs? Well, I don't do grammar very well, so whatever these words are that describe things and that we use to label and judge and separate, in remembering that we're all part of the bigger system and the bigger picture, and we are all connected, and we, us, we. I invite you to allow yourself to face yourself, to be loving and gentle and kind with yourself, and in doing that, to acknowledge how much of your own suffering do you cause. And again, that's totally different for each of us. As I go through my uni degree at the moment in psychology, and I learn all about growth mindsets and observe my own reactions to how I absorb information, and then how my subconscious and unconscious process it to give me a better, different journey. So as you digest little bits of information, little gems that we get along the road of life, as we digest them and allow ourselves to relax, to let them just be, it's our own judgments of different situations that cause aspects of our suffering. And, if you're into Buddhism and all that sort of stuff, like I am, we know that aspects of our suffering is created by grasping, wanting, needing, all of these different things. So the term that I want to, or the word that I want to gently approach and ask you to, and ask all of us to just gently acknowledge that maybe we can turn down aspects of these to, as a community service, help all of us to be less reactively judging. So the term that I want to talk about is revulsion, or that feeling of revulsion and repulsion that we get. And we're programmed from early on, right from birth and even before perhaps, that there are certain things that are revolting to us. And some of us, for example, do better with bodily fluids than others of us, and many of us then become nurses and doctors that help look after other people. Some of us work with cattle and pigs and all these amazing farmers out there. And living in the country, take a moment, and I would like to take a moment to thank and acknowledge all of the amazing farmers. It's such a huge undertaking to feed this world, and perhaps we can change eventually a little bit how we approach some of what we do. But if we can simply, as much as possible, respect and love the energy that we take into ourselves. So to acknowledge the journey of whether it's plants or animals or both that we eat. And to simply notice how often do we shy away from certain things? How often are we repulsed and revolted by certain situations and actions? And in applying that to all of our approach to life, and I have a reason for bringing some of this in, because in observing how often we shy away from other people, from the out group, from stereotypical different groups of people, situations, again, which having strong reactions and being revolted, it's a survival instinct, and most certainly it helps us in many different situations. And I'm not saying that as part of this trance you should now never be revolted by anything ever again. However, I invite you to allow yourself to observe yourself and your reactions to the world. And maybe sometimes, whether it's fears and phobias you have or situations you don't like, maybe sometimes you can challenge yourself to be a little bit more accepting, to maybe allow yourself not to go totally over the top. Because in our modern society, a lot of the things that we're taught and a lot of the sort of chemically rich, I'm going to use that word, environments that we create. And by that I mean, for example, in our suburban houses where we coat everything with bug spray to make sure that, let's never see a cockroach in our life, and if we do, it's the worst thing ever. Cleaning every surface with bleach every day, and there is very significant evidence now for the detrimental effects that sometimes has on our immune systems. And so in managing our own revulsion a little bit better and being more in tune with Mother Nature, then maybe we can learn. We can educate ourselves a little bit more about some of the things that we do, and maybe ask, well, is this really the best thing? Would I be better off moving from my completely sterile environment inside my house to a, little bit more open, more accepting, more relaxed space? If you ever come out to the country, here in rural Australia, where, us real country people live with the flies, and after a nice drought, when, we get a good wet, then the smell of rehydrated poop is just spectacular at times. All those things can lead to a stronger immune system, and can also lead to just a more relaxed attitude to life. So when we say calm our farm, and I invite you, calm your farm now. Let yourself relax and breathe, and smile at your reaction to my words. Now your reaction might be, oh God, what's he on? And just, piss off and shut the F up, John. Or you might go, yeah, maybe. So wherever you are, let yourself relax. I'm just going to now do the usual and just count from 10 to 1. And if you so choose at any time, you can drift off. You could give yourself permission just to listen to my words, to let all of the different sounds around you gently take you deeper. Imagine having the most amazingly amazing mindful moment. What do I mean by that? If your eyes are closed, you might just feel into your eyelids or just be present and observe what's happening in your body. Are you drifting off? Are you thinking? Are you doubting? Are you judging? All these different things. And as you relax, just notice what are the key things that are going on and what's your current emotional state. Is it agitated? Is it really chilled and just blissfully drifting off? And whatever it is, just allow it to be what it is. And as you do, more and more, just relax and breathe. Imagine letting just the most gentle, happy little smile play in the corners of your mouth. Does it come naturally? Do you need to force it? Are you looking like Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory? Whatever is happening, allow yourself just to be you. Depending on whatever mood it is, allow that. If you're a grumpy little shit, then smile at yourself and be a grumpy little shit. Or if you're bouncing with bubbly, happy energy, do that. As we learn how to steer our vessels, these amazing land ships that we have that allow us to walk across the land. And I like the analogy of a ship and being the captain of your ship, even though, of course, our masts and decking is what I actually view as our skeleton inside of us. But all of the muscles and mesenteries are a bit like the sails and ropes of a ship. And the more we learn to work with our body and to observe, we have these little impulses of pain and discomfort that tell us not to do certain things. And yet if we listen to too much of our own story, of our own suffering and discomfort, then we tend not to get out of our comfort zone, and we tend to seize up in certain specific poses or long-term restricted movements. And again, we can just very gently, more and more, as we bring attention into ourselves and our journey, more and more we can actually embrace some of those feelings. And when we remember, we don't have to change instantly. We don't have to break open and out every single seized up tendon that we've ever had in the first day. When we're really loving and gentle and kind with ourselves, then we might just rejoice in the fact that we know that over a 1 or 2 year period, simply slightly improving aspects of our diet and just stretching a little bit more each day and not resisting that, then we can become so much more mobile and flexible, no matter what our age. Just saw an amazing YouTube clip again of a lovely lady finishing her first marathon at age 92, and she just got into it very late in life. So you're never too old, as long as you love and encourage yourself gently, and then do what you can and just enjoy life as you go. Really easy to say, really easy to do. So as you continue to drift deeper, as I count now from 10 to 9, just relaxing and letting go. Let each breath take you deeper. 8. Let all stress, tension and negative energy leave your body. 7. As you gently drift deeper down. 6. More and more relaxed. 5. Just relaxing. Just relaxing. 4. Feeling each breath gently drifting in and out of your body. 3. As any sound that's not an emergency relaxes you and takes you deeper. 2. And very gently now, resting in 1. And as we allow ourselves to remember that we are all one, that we are all connected, and that we are not apart from, we are a part of each other, then maybe as we allow ourselves to learn, to engage in what's known as type 2 thinking, where we get all the information, where we acknowledge we have all of these preconceptions and biases and shortcuts that we take in our thinking and emotional states. And then as we gather information and deliberately test ourselves and say, what can I accept? What am I struggling with? And what no longer serves me well? Here in this lovely state in our mind, I can choose to disconnect my emotional responses to these words. And just the word is so interesting. These different languages and different cultures that have all found different approaches to express ideas and thoughts and concepts, and so much miscommunication, so much misremembering. We think we're infallible and we're always right, and so far from the truth. How we remember different and difficult situations and how we approach them beforehand even, all depends on our overall emotional well-being and what's colored our world for that day. So in allowing ourselves to know that our brains make up a lot of stories and most of what we believe simply isn't even true, then maybe we can laugh at ourselves and let go of all of the more hateful, hurtful aspects, those repulsions and revulsions that stop us at times from letting go of our own need to suffer and giving ourselves permission to enjoy our life. And each and every one of us is always allowed to enjoy our life. For in this life, we only have this life. And whatever happens outside of that, well, the jury's out and there's many, many different ideas, thoughts, and interpretations. So as you relax and drift deeper, as I count again from 10 to 1, maybe you can drift into a safer, more comfortable cloud of absolute blissful inner peace and calm, whatever that means for you. A space where you can gently, lovingly encourage yourself and love and accept yourself as you are in this moment of now. Giving yourself permission to recharge your deep energy reserves. Whether it's a glorious nap or just a beautiful energy recharging trance. And in a moment I'll send some energy as well, but right now, just going from 10 to 9, twice as deep. 8, all of the little cells in your body starting to relax. 7, twice as deep again. All our little amazing cells, cutesy little molecular sponges of the most fantastic type, with these little violin strings of DNA unfolding, singing songs of proteins and RNA and lipids and fats and inner health, radiant energy. 6, twice as deep again, more and more relaxed. Your subconscious mind hearing every word that I speak, even if your conscious mind now simply drifts in and out of the most beautiful, soothing, loving, healing sights, sounds, and sensations. continuing to let go of any of those negative interpretations that no longer serve you well, giving yourself permission to grow in strength and wisdom from all of your life experiences. 5. So that even the negatives become positive building blocks for your brightest and best possible future. 4. Twice as deep again. Gently relaxing, drifting deeper. Letting all stress, tension, and negative energy leave your body. 3. Just relaxing. Just relaxing. And as it does, as your mind drifts deeper and your conscious mind can just enjoy the most beautiful sights, sounds, and sensations too, you just relax and you calm your farm. As one, you simply let yourself be for a little moment of infinity. Just breathe. Imagine that for a while you become aware of how you would like to be in the future. Happy and healthy, strong and confident, calm and relaxed. And then allowing yourself to align with that you of the future, letting go of any self-doubt, letting go of the perceived barriers within yourself, and simply giving yourself permission to align with that you, and to become that you in a way and at a pace that is right for you. No need to rush. It doesn't matter what society tells you, and it doesn't matter what anyone else in this world thinks. Allow yourself to be you, and give yourself permission to become the you that is right for you, in a way and at a pace that is right for you. So you relax. There's no rush. And as you love and encourage yourself and accept yourself as you are now in this moment of now, because you can't be anything else and you can't be any different in this moment of now, as you hear my words resonating from the past into your ears in the future, bringing yourself back to this moment of now where we all are, here with me. And as you now relax, I invite you to allow in that healing, universal healing energy that is right for you. If this is not your thing, just smile and just drift off into happy thoughts, and wherever you find yourself, let there be beautiful, soothing, calming, maybe sunlight, a gentle breeze, whatever it is. And if you do wish some energy to enter through your crown or in whatever way is right for you, then simply invite it in. Allow yourself to remember that just like everyone else in this world, you are entitled to and are allowed to embrace this energy that's all around us, everywhere. It's always present. And we can tune into it even in the most drab environment, and let our mind absorb the healing breath of the jungles, the lovely, happy, bubbling fish on the coral reef. Wherever your mind wishes to go, allow that. And just allow this immense energy that's all around us, exploding stars and black holes and supernova and our own amazing sun, pumping energy, pumping life force and drive. So connect to that and let it in through your crown chakra, gently moving through your third eye, perhaps for a moment resting on your throat, allowing a most beautiful, soothing, healing energy made from love, compassion, and understanding to move through your energy matrix, unblocking any blockages, gently washing away residual negative energy. And just for a while, as you give yourself permission to cleanse and clear your own energies, to rest, to restore and recenter, to ground yourself in this moment of now, making you more present, refilling your own cup of energy so that you have more loving, healing energy to share with others. As this wave of soothing, healing energy moves into your chest, feel your shoulders relaxing. As you inhale this beautiful air around you, smile at the thought of oxygen in the air and nitrogen that's stopping the oxygen from instantly burning, and all this amazing balance of life. And here we are on the edge of existence, enjoying, luxuriating in life. And as we relax into allowing all that is as it is now, accepting all that is, and then in our own way, allowing ourselves to be motivated to do those things that can bring that change that is for each of us individual, whether they're personal or bigger picture things. In recharging and replenishing, we then have the energy to do what we can when we can. And so as you allow yourself to recharge, to become enthused about this next part of your journey in a way and at a pace that's right for you, more and more, every day in every way, growing stronger, calmer, happy and healthy, and relaxed. And as we allow all the different gentle and not so gentle sounds of this world to move through us, to resonate, to remind us of the fact that everything is simply waves of probability. And as reality condenses and coalesces around us, magic, sometimes a bit mischievous, smile at the universe. As you more deeply relax. And as you rest in this state, just relaxing, just relaxing. As I count one last time, from 10 to 9, gently drifting deep. 8, 7, 6, 5, letting a feeling of healing energy and comfort now. 4, gently radiate through your gut. 3, as any knots or tension or tightness here, just gently ease and relax. 2, a feeling of wonderful comfort spreading, radiating out from your solar plexus, through all of your gut, even across your hips and down your legs, and just every part of you relaxing a little bit more. One. And as you just gently wave a happy little smile at all of the little cells in your body, all of these beautiful little cells that love you more than any other being in this multiverse, for they are your cells. You relax. You allow this lovely, gentle, loving, forgiving, cleansing, healing energy to ripple through. As it does, replenishing, cleansing and clearing your immune system, activating, healing, restoring. Each of us have these tiny little pluripotent stem cells. There's more in our bone marrow, but they're all throughout it. And each one of these cells can become any part of our body. So they can heal any part. So as we allow ourselves just to be, and then to gently allow that healing energy to flow where it's needed, in a way that's right for us individually. Just relaxing, restoring. And anytime you need or want, remind yourself of this moment. Maybe you have a favorite crystal to hold, or you might simply put your index finger and thumb together in the OK signal. Whatever you do to anchor yourself in this feeling of calm. Take a moment to thank and acknowledge the energies that have brought us here. Whether they're guiding or simply random, however your universe is. Just thank you for being here. And in this space, as we allow ourselves to dream the dreams of a loving, beautiful future, giving ourselves permission individually to contribute to that dream in a way that's right for us. More often finding ways to entertain and acknowledge the other points of view, and allowing ourselves to be. And as you rest in this state, and you grow and strengthen wisdom, just relaxing, recharging and restoring those different resonances and vibrations, moving stagnant energy. Clicking it into place, shifting it, resonant. Again, gently allowing a smile to play on our face if we so choose. And more often remembering to look at the world through the gleeful eyes of our children, and to remember we are all children, and we're all brothers and sisters and aunties and uncles and mums and dads, and all these different words and thoughts and constructs, and what they mean to each of us individually depends on our culture that we were brought up in and the life that we've had. I invite you to find the most loving words, the most connecting words for you, to think about them at times, and to spread more love as and when you can, to do your best, and to always, always, always love and encourage yourself every step of the way. So quickly loving and forgiving yourself in any moment, accepting yourself, and making any course corrections in your journey that you feel are necessary and right, while loving and encouraging yourself. And very gently, as you allow a feeling of absolute wellness and deep, relaxed calm to spread through your aura. Imagine for a while that within yourself you expand as all of the different parts of your journey click in together, as they all align for that brighter you of the future. And as you feel yourself growing in inner strength and wisdom, your chakras aligning, your aura healing of any past hurt, misunderstanding, always at your own pace and in your own way. And as it does, imagine that your own protective energy around you, and whether that's real or simply a concept of a force field or shield, as long as it works, imagine that your aura can protect you. It can keep out any negative energy, words, or intentions. If you've heard them before and they've affected you, now you can choose no longer to let them affect you. Whatever people say and whatever they do, that's their karma. How you respond to it is yours. So as you give your aura permission to strengthen, so that those negative energy, words and intentions simply wash over you like water of a duck's back, then more and more at every level, you relax and you heal. And now, through this protective energy around you, you only let in the positive, happy, healing, loving, encouraging words, energies, and intentions. And again, that strengthens and deepens your deep inner calm, cleaning out any last residual negative energy and refilling yourself at every level with the brightest, most recharging, restoring, vibrant energy. And as you now move forward into your brightest and best possible future in front of you, with the past behind you, and every day and every way you grow stronger, happier and healthier, calm and relaxed. Now in a moment I'm going to gently bring you back, and as I do, allow yourself to bring this feeling of deep inner peace and calm with you, and use it as and when you need. So as I count from 1, this deeply relaxed state, which is always within you, to 2, gently starting to return, a feeling of wellness and calm returning with you. 3, slowly coming closer now. Maybe just gently starting to softly wriggle your fingers and toes. 4, closer now. starting to really stretch some of your larger muscle groups and wriggle in your skeleton a bit and smile. And 5, opening your eyes when you're ready and taking your time to return into yourself, to be present. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who support me, thank you. Greatly appreciate. If you haven't yet bought me a cup of coffee, please do. And all of you who have, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a most amazing rest of day, week, infinity increment. As always, all feedback welcome. If something was really good or not so good for you, please let me know. If you have requests for future trances, please let me know. Yeah, be well, be happy, be loved. Look out at the world and think to yourself, I am loving awareness. That's from Ramdas, lovely soul. Yes, thank you. Namaste.